Why didn't Tanjiro become Hashira? That is what I'm gonna be talking about in this video. Just to make it crystal clear, there will be spoilers for the manga, but if you don't mind and wanna stick around anyways, well, enjoy the video. At the very beginning, Muzan grew interested in the blood of the Kamado clan, and made sure to turn Nezuko into an Oni, while Tanjiro's only motivation for becoming a demon slayer was to undo Muzan's deed of robbing Nezuko of her humanity. To that end, Tanjiro had to hone his skills, and go through many challenges against several powerful demons. It didn't take him long to meet with Muzan, as well as Tamayo, a demon who had earned her free will, in a bid to aid Tanjiro in his quest. However, she would not be able to fulfill her part in the treaty without blood samples from both Nezuko and other demons, given to her by Tanjiro, who made use of Tamayo's Onicat. Sometime in the future, Kagayo Buyashiki himself viewed her as an ally to the Demon Slayer corps. He even invited her to join Shinobu in her research, resulting in their combined knowledge of potions and poisons being able to deal serious damage to Muzan through using their craft against him. Going off of all that information, it's clear their partnership turned out a tremendous success. Tanjiro's actions alone brought countless benefits to his allies. Progressively, more dominant forces stood in Tanjiro's way. With each fight comes a new drama. With each fight comes a new broken sword as well as a broken will, all the while finding the strength to move forward. Tanjiro saw his sister's struggles and evolution, and he needed to find a way to bring Nezuko back into her human form, because it was not her fault to have been put in that situation. In fact, Tanjiro pins the blame on himself. He was the one left behind. He could have come back to his abode earlier, but decided to linger at the town to help the villagers, and that decision was the damnation of his family. However, it is a foolish attitude to believe that carnage would have turned out differently had Tanjiro been there. Regardless, he still feels guilt. The Demon Slayer Corps acknowledged those with remarkable feats. The lower class Demon Slayer's earnings are a fixed salary, while the Hashira earn per Oni eliminated, meaning there's no limit to the amount they can be paid. It is up to they themselves to decide. Because of that reason, the number of individuals occupying this position is very limited. Nonetheless, in a way, the Hashira vacancies are always open, since the Upper Moon are constantly opening those vacancies, and have been doing so for 100 years, leaving the position vague for the next generation of courageous and powerful swordsmen to take it up. As we all learned, it is a arduous task to try and defeat an Upper Moon without a Demon Slayer mark, which grants great resilience and strength to one's body. Tanjiro does possess this mark, and boasts of noteworthy physical prowess, not to mention he was able to momentarily use thunder breathing to improve his speed, water breathing to offense and defense purposes, and of course sun breathing, the one breathing style all others are derived from. That mixture of techniques and breathing styles make Tanjiro a versatile and dangerous opponent, even worthy of filling a Hashira position. If we compare Tanjiro with previous pillars, we can see that in spite of not quite being at the same level as the pillars we know, he is in fact above some other people who'd already been a part of the Hashira. How can we know that? It's quite simple actually. Just look at Daki and Gyutaro. They'd killed an enormous number of pillars, while Tanjiro held his own long enough to Tengen and his friends to come and help him. By the end of the story, Tanjiro is way above the level of these two Oni, and normally the attacks planned against the Upper Moon are realized in groups of 2 or 3 slayers. Tanjiro's mastery of sun breathing, red Nichirin blade, and the vision of the transparent world, among many other things he's learned, put him steps ahead of most pillars we came to know. Tanjiro is now more than suited to become a Hashira. Even still, he did not take the position, due to its non-existence when Muzan showed up at Kagaya's house. He went there to threaten Kagaya, but with Kagaya's ability to predict the future, he knew Muzan was coming, so Kagaya prepared explosives that went off when he and Muzan were inside of his house, inflicting minor injuries on Muzan and taking the life of Kagaya. And just like that, the Infinity Castle arc started, and the final battle with the leader of the demons took place, and came to a close upon the downfall of Muzan and the restoration of Nezuko's human form. Afterwards, there were no demons to combat, and the Demon Slayer organization got deassembled, so it wouldn't make sense for there to be pillars and Demon Slayers. But that's not to say just because Tanjiro didn't become a Hashira, he ended up his journey empty-handed. In fact, he he capped off the story with a considerable amount of money, and he went to live with his friends in a frugal but cozy place. Despite of having lost an eye and partially the movements of one of his arms, he having lost his power. In the end, Tanjiro got to live a peaceful life with his friends and family and fulfilled his dream. And as always, leave a like, share and subscribe for more content like this. That being said, see you next time.